Tonight we have something that really is a main event. I'm giving the Hardball Award to the President of the United States. Since it's a big occasion for hardball, I want to set it up with the proper pomp and circumstance. Leaders, as anyone who reads history learns so well, need to show their strength of will and show it fairly early before the really big tests of office come, and you never know when they will. The leader needs to show that he or she merits the office, the credibility to face what will come later, that he or she, to use an American term, has the right stuff. Every great leader meets and survives this rite of passage. Right off the bat, there is my hero, Winston Churchill, who upon taking the premiership in those horrendous months of 1940, saw its only ally, the French, surrender to the Nazis, leaving the British all alone in their fight. What did Churchill do to convince the British people and the world that he meant business, that this was war, pure and simple, and there would be no parley, no backroom deal to settle with Hitler? He bombed the French Navy rather than let it fall into Hitler's hands. The message was clear. Churchill was a fighting prime minister who set a single goal of victory. I think in more recent years of another leader, Ronald Reagan, and his decision just after taking office to break the PATCO strike, as air traffic controllers, who are public employees, went out on an illegal wildcat strike, shutting down the country's airways. The new president served notice who was running the federal government. Here he is.
I must tell those who failed to report for duty this morning, they are in violation of the law, and if they do not report for work within 48 hours, they have forfeited their jobs and will be terminated.
Well, I learned at that time that Reagan's steel-like decision, popular or not, caught the attention of his rival leaders over in Moscow. Here was a tough president ready to prove he was tough. Which brings us to tonight's awardee. This week, President Obama had a choice to make: put up with more foot-dragging, yesterday thinking, and panhandling from the auto bosses, or stop the nonsense. So he fired General Motors boss Rick Wagner.
We cannot continue to excuse poor decisions. We cannot make the survival of our auto industry dependent on an unending flow of taxpayer dollars. These companies and this industry must ultimately stand on their own, not as wards of the state.
That, ladies and gentlemen, is playing hardball at its best. Good, clean, yes, Machiavellian politics, because as the great Florentine himself taught us, it's better to be feared than to be loved. And so, for dealing this week with a swiftness and force of will that demands attention and respect from everyone in hearing distance, I hereby bestow the Hardball Award to its highest honoree to date, President Barack Obama of the United States.